Good afternoon. Today I am here with Fire Chief McCarthy to bring an update on the COVID-19 crisis in North Andover. I'd like to begin by thanking the team at North Andover CAM for continuing to work with the town to bring important information to our community. At this time, the town of North Andover has 8 positive COVID-19 cases. The health department is working with the Massachusetts Department of Public Health to track each case. It will contact residents who are close contacts of positive cases if any are determined. At this point, I think it is very important to remember that the number of positive cases will be increasing due to the increased availability of testing. This is not a reason for panic, but a reminder to be diligent. Practice strict social distancing, only go out if necessary, and use all precautions. The COVID-19 hotline is still available at 978-208-6070. You can also text COVID-NA to 67283 to sign up for North Andover COVID-19 text alerts. The Board of Selectmen has voted to postpone the town election to June 2nd. Early voting by mail will be available, and more information can be found on the town website. Mails are still available for all residents, and starting Monday, will be available for pickup or delivery on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can order the mails on our website or by calling the COVID-19 hotline at 978-208-6070. Thanks to Erica Murphy and Jim Maley from the schools and Dee Casey from the town for their hard work on this program. The North Andover Senior Center is still offering grocery shopping trips for seniors on Tuesday through Friday. Only 4 people are allowed per day in order to allow for sufficient social distancing in the van. Please call 978-688-9560 to make your reservation. This week, the governor announced that schools and daycare centers will be closed until May 4th. Superintendent Gilligan, who has been a great partner and leader during this difficult time, will be receiving additional guidance from the state later this week. The governor closed all non-essential businesses and limited gatherings to groups of 10. Restaurants, pharmacies, and supermarkets are considered essential businesses and will remain open. Restaurants are takeout or delivery only. Supermarkets must adhere to new guidelines, including hours for elderly shoppers, the availability of disinfectant wipes for carts, social distancing in lines, and the closing of any self-serve areas. Reusable bags will not be allowed. The governor also issued a moratorium on utility shutoffs and a housing stabilization measure for vulnerable populations. As a reminder, town buildings and playgrounds are closed to the public. Our open space and town trails are open, but for passive recreation with appropriate social distancing only. For their safety, residents should not be playing team sports or anything with contact. At this time, I would like to thank our essential employees, police, fire, 911, DPW, and ISD, who have been working every day to protect this community. I ask you to stay home and practice social distancing so that our town team can continue to be healthy and keep our community safe. They cannot stay home, so out of respect to them, we should. Now I would like to turn to Chief McCarthy for an update from the fire department.
Thank you, Manager Rodriguez. First, I want to take this time to thank the members and the families of my department. This is an unprecedented event, and I truly appreciate the professionalism and the way you operate each and every day. We're working closely with the department heads on the COVID-19 task force that was set up by the town manager. Special thanks to the health department, Brian LaGrasse and Caroline Ibbotson, for their tremendous resource to us. We're also in daily briefs with the state agencies regarding the current situation. I want to talk about some things that we've implemented at the North Andover Fire Department. We've closed the stations to the public. The governor signed an executive order on March 20th affecting the deferral of smoke and CO compliances. It won't stop your closings that if you have sold your home, you're still going to be able to do that. We want you to go to our website and follow the information, and they'll tell you how to proceed. Our administration staff is working at home, so there might be times that you call the station for public business, department business, and it just might not be somebody there at that time to answer that call, because they are both working at home. If you have an emergency, again, we need you to call 911 and talk to our dispatch center. We have separated both of the stations, so firefighters that are currently working at Station 1 and are assigned to Station 1, they will continue to work at that station only. If they're assigned to Station 2 and work out of Station 2, they will work out of that station only. It's a way of us preventing that if one station possibly had a exposure, we could keep it from exposing the other station. For our training, we're conducting virtual lead training in order for the members to keep up their training that's required for their EMS. We've developed an SOG response for the COVID-19, which includes how and why we don our PPE. It would be an N95 respirator mask, a gown, gloves, and a face shield. And we've also have an SOP on how we're required to decontaminate the ambulance after each time that we bring somebody to the hospital. Dispatch will, if you call 911, and dispatch is going to be asking you questions on every time you call. They're going to ask, does the patient have a fever? Does the patient have a cough? Does the patient have trouble breathing, shortness of breath, or experiencing any respiratory symptoms? Is the patient under self-quarantine orders? Has the patient been in close contact or exposed to somebody with coronavirus? Has the patient traveled recently? When fire personnel arrive on scene, these same questions would be asked of you. It's just another way of us preventing an exposure, and we're just trying to be as safe as possible when we're having firefighters and EMTs respond to calls. We're also the regional PPE collection site for Lawrence General. You might have seen that in the paper or on the news. It's been very successful. People are arriving at the station. What they're doing is bringing in PPE that Lawrence General is requesting. It could be surgical mask, it could be gloves, it could be eye protection. If you have that and you bring it to the station, come into the front foyer, ring the bell, and you can leave the items there. A firefighter will come down, but they're not going to allow you to come into the station, as we're closed to the public and trying to keep only personnel in the department at this time. I do want to take this time to thank numerous residents and local businesses that have dropped off PPE protection to us also. We've seen numerous masks that have come in, rubber gloves, and we do appreciate that, and we are also still accepting those donations. Please continue to help us by following the COVID-19 guidelines on how to prevent the spread. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief McCarthy. I know that this has been a time of great anxiety and uncertainty. I feel it too. But every day, I feel more optimistic and inspired by the great people in this community. From the donations of medical supplies and food to the words of thanks, each and every act of kindness builds us up as a community. We will get through this together. We are here for you, North Andover. Thank you.